What's up, guys? Shady, and I'm super hyped to bring you guys version 1 of my Madden 19 sliders. This is the first official version. About a week ago, I dropped kind of a little beta, a little bit of a teaser to what I was working on. And I got to say, with what I have right now, I'm getting some interesting gameplay. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I'm enjoying it, getting a lot of variables, I would say, a lot of interesting outcomes. I'm going to take you guys through it. The sliders will be in the description if you want to just enter them in, but there is some stuff that, I just want to achieve in terms of fixing the game from default and also some improvements from version or from the beta version. So we're on all Madden and we're on normal speed. So that's the most important thing. All Madden, normal, and simulation. Those are really the biggest ways to play. The other game speeds, slow, very slow, fast, very fast. They're actually kind of glitched, and what they do is they kind of affect the way your player moves in a very negative way. So we're not going to be using those. I honestly would have liked to run on slow this year, but due to all the glitchiness that it caused, I just kept the game speed at normal, and I have to say I am enjoying it. So we're going to head over to the gameplay sliders. And again, I'm going to scroll through these pretty quickly because they are listed down in the description as well with all my franchise settings. So the big hitters here is pass blocking and wide receiver catching for the user. Simply put, my goodness, you drop so many passes in this game, and you still will drop passes in heavy traffic with where I have the cat slider for the user. But on default, the game's pretty much unplayable. I do have pass blocking at 90 on all Madden. The CPU is still going to bring pressure, but the CPU, the pass blocking being this high, really just gives you a chance, and I mean just a chance for those deep routes to develop. Quarterback accuracy, I have it at 14 for both user and CPU. I love this value here. You're going to have to use your directional passing to complete some passes. So this is a skill gap type thing. I must say, like, if you're not really experienced with passing and kind of using the stick to throw pinpoint passes, this is something that you personally may want to bump up, but I really like it at 14. I still have games where I complete over 60% of my passes, 65% of my passes. So but at the same time, it will give you some errant passes here and there. I have the run blocking low. I felt like it was way too easy to run up the middle out of the shotgun, so I really wanted to address that, and I think I've done that here. I've got fumbles dropped a little bit for both the user and the CPU. I was playing the game maybe for the first say week or so on the default fumble setting, and I don't think I saw a single fumble, so I dropped that just a little bit. The pass with the latest patch, it seemed like EA really nerfed the user pass coverage, so we needed some help in that area. So bumped up pass reaction time, bumped up interceptions, and bumped up the pass coverage. So moving on, you see I have the tackling slider at 0. This really just creates more gang tackling. And it also helps the CPU to establish the run game. I don't want to jinx it. It's not perfect, and I'm still working to improve the CPU run game. But I did have 3 teams rush on me for over 100 yards, and that's something that I barely saw at all on default sliders or scratch that. I never saw that on default sliders, so I was very happy about that. I like the CPU quarterback accuracy where it's at. From my beta set, I still wasn't getting enough pressure on from my front four, so I did drop the CPU pass blocking slightly. When you go down to CPU catching, it's hilarious that we talk about how difficult it is for you to hang on to passes, and for me, it just seemed like the CPU catches everything. So I have this slider a little bit lower, so that we will start to see some CPU drops as well as user drops. So that's one of the most interesting things there. Overall, the game is playing really well. I think the attributes of the quarterbacks right now, they're really standing out. I'm seeing. I played a game against the Bengals, and Andy Dalton struggled a little bit, but then you can still have better quarterbacks tear you up. So in the coming weeks, I'm gonna post gameplay and all of my clips. You guys saw the clip I posted the other day of my comeback drive with Deshaun Watson. So I've been having a blast with these sliders so far, and it's really brought the fun back into Madden for me. So it's been crazy just to be playing Madden again, being on the PC. Because this, for me, especially with this channel, is where it all started. One thing I may tweak later, I do have field goal accuracy at 40. That might come up a little bit, and feel free to raise that up yourself if you feel like the CPU is missing too many field goals. But I mean, it was at the point where I had the CPU consistently hitting from 57, 59, and even 60-yard field goals on me and not missing. So I felt the need to drop that. And in the games that I've played, it hasn't been like excessive misses from the CPU. But we'll see about that. I have injuries at 10, and so I've been checking out some slider sets on Operation Sports and things like that. You literally have guys playing with this setting at 60 and 30, and I'm playing games. I had it at 15 just to test, and I lost half my team in a game. So I like this setting at 10. It'll still give you some injuries. It'll give you some minor ones. It'll give you a major one occasionally. I don't know if it's at the most realistic setting where it's at, but I really like the injuries at 10. Nothing crazy, especially when you're in franchise mode. The speed threshold, I love it at 75. The gameplay is smooth. Speed still matters, but you're not going to be able to just break every run just by running to the sideline. I have also been doing research on the penalty sliders, and I do feel like these penalty sliders in some way do affect gameplay, and for me, they only affected gameplay negatively. So while I would love to have realistic penalties called and pass interference and holding and things like that to reflect real NFL stats, I can't honestly move any of these slider settings until I have more information on exactly how they affect the game. So look forward to that in coming versions of this slider set, but this is version 1. I think it's a heck of a base to start from. You're gonna have time to throw. You're gonna be able to run the ball. I think people that aren't really used to running patiently and looking for holes in your running game may start to struggle a little bit. And if that's the case, bump your run blocking up in increments of 10. That'll help a lot. But like I did just have come off of 100-yard rushing performance with Freeman, the Falcons running back, with this slider set. So I do run the ball very well. I'm able to run patiently and find holes. But this is something that you have to make some changes if your skill set's not really up there in terms of running the ball. But other than that, this is it. This is a really good base to start from. I've really been diving into sliders, both on YouTube and on Operation Sports, trying to see what people have come up with, and I don't know. I just didn't really like anything else. So this was really just a culmination of my gameplay, my testing. It hasn't really been inspired by anybody else, but I was just really trying to fix the issues with the game that other people weren't really able to fix. So I think, hey, first down comes and you feel really comfortable playing cover 2 and just sitting back in that Tampa 2. Hey, maybe now you have to run blitz because the CPU running game is pretty potent. I've had a few 100-yard rushers against me, so that's the goal. So give these a run. Give these a try. Give me some feedback on what you guys are seeing. Also, what we think can be improved. The EA just dropped a patch on the game, which I was kind of hoping for a little bit more fixes of some of the glitches, but it's only the first patch. I'm not going to panic just yet. But we'll see how the game goes throughout the year. Stay tuned for more Madden. I'm also going to be playing NBA Live on the channel a little bit. Going to be playing some shooters on the channel too, so stay tuned for all of that. Take it easy, guys.